Hello fellow friends, and welcome to part 2 of my series looking on the Delphic Maxims. So each episode of the series we're going to look at the next 10 and break them down and see how they fit into the day. So if you don't know what the Delphic Maxims are, they serve as guidelines for many of us in the Hellenic community. And the Delphic Maxims are inscribed at Delphi or Delphi and are said to have been delivered by Apollo himself. The Maxims are suggestions for pious living, but not quite commandments, and are really strong recommendations. According to legend, they were written down by the 7 sages, and many scholars believe they were common proverbs that were later ascribed to particular authors. But today we're going to look at the Delphic Maxims of number 11 through 20. Alright, so number 11 is think as a mortal. So what does that mean? It means to think as a mortal would, that I shouldn't take unnecessary risks that would put my life in danger. To know my limitations, so it's really saying to realize you can't do everything. No matter how hard you try, you just can't do it all, you know. Do what you want and can, but don't put you or others at risk of anything dangerous, you know. It's also remembering that you are not a god, so don't become prideful and boastful, and just do what you can, but don't kill yourself trying to do what you obviously cannot do, or hurt yourself. So think as a mortal. Be safe, help, but don't do it to the point where it puts you or others in danger. Alright, so number 12 says that if you are a stranger, act like one. So today, that would mean to be polite and courteous when you are in new places. So if you think of what a stranger is, like you don't know anything, you don't know where to go, be okay with asking, be okay with, like I said, being polite and courteous when you're in someone's home, to respect that the host or that country or wherever you are, let them have priority, that they know that they are over you in a way, and to listen and just to be that guest that is the shining example that everyone wants over. Just to keep that in your life. Don't take ownership of new places that you're only a guest in, and be respectful and on your best behavior. So number 13 is honor the hearth or Hestia. So honor your home and family, guys. Oikos, as you guys know, it's more than just the home. It's the family that makes the home, and it is the most important part of our lives, and we must honor our home. It is what we come home to, pardon my figure of speech, but the home is what we come home to after the long days. It's our shelter and safety, and it's the house of love, or it should be. To honor the home and keep it safe and clean is to honor Hestia, as she is the spirit of home and the creator of family. So respect your home, keep it up, keep it clean, be love and welcoming to all their guests, which falls back to the previous maxim. And to disrespect your home, to let it fall to pieces, is to disrespect Hestia. So that's a way to think of it. If you want motivation to keep your home up, just remember that if you disrespect your home, that you are disrespecting a goddess. And that's for real. That's real talk. So there you go. That is honoring the earth, or in turn honoring Hestia. Alright, so a big one is number 14, and that is control yourself. So moderation is key when it comes to this one. In other words, do not overindulge. Control your lust, guys. I mean, that's a big one for a lot of us. I mean, you gotta control your lust. Unless you want unwanted children or trips to the doctor because things are a little more itchy than they were yesterday, we gotta keep that under control. We gotta control our attitudes, control your mouth, control what you eat. Okay, so that's what hits home for me, and how this and other maxims have saved my life. So before I became a true Hellenist, Hellenic polytheist, whatever you want to call it, my eating was pretty much out of control. I was really overweight and on my way to being 300 pounds, for real. And one day I asked myself, what am I doing? You know, And the Delphic Maxims like this and other teachings made me realize that I can control the things I do. And since that day, I have lost 65 pounds so far. And the pants that used to be so tight, I had to get a bigger size up. Now, I had to have the belt completely as tight as it can go, pretty much, if I want to wear those pants. Or those same pants that were so tight would be constantly down at my ankles. So, control is possible. It just takes discipline, help of the gods, and the will power to change, to say that, yes, you know what, I'm gonna take control of this, and I'm going to do this. And it just takes that kind of attitude, and anything is possible. Do not let anything control you. You are in control of your life. If you don't get anything else out of this episode, then know that you can have control. You just have to have that want to. Because if that want to is not there, then you might as well not even try. You got to be at that part. All right, so before we go off more into that, just maxim, we'll go to the next one. And it is number 15, and that is help your friends. So always be willing to be that helping hand. If you see friends struggling, you want to help them out when you can. If your friends are moving or need a little help lifting that piece of furniture, you want to be that person to volunteer. So being a good friend is never a bad thing. It solidifies your relationships with others, and in turn, they won't forget what you have done for them, and hopefully they will be there for you when you need a hand. And if nothing else, it is just being a good person and doing the right thing. I mean, don't you love those friends that are always there when you need help, that, hey, I got to move, and you ask your friends, and you can always rely on that one person. When no one else shows up to help you move or help, you know that one person, if you ask them, they'll be there. You want to be that friend. Because that really, I mean, that is a shining example of the person to be. I say, so going back to controlling yourself, number 16, another big one is controlling anger. Here's a big one for a lot of people that they need to work on, controlling anger. I know that some people need this more than others badly. I mean, they get angry because the sun came up this morning. And that's no joke. I know people like that. Controlling anger doesn't just make you look like a more mature adult, but it also keeps you really healthy. Because chronic anger can increase your heart attack and stroke risk. It can also weaken your immune system. So that's not to say don't ever be angry, because that is also a healthy way, because if you keep it pent up, then it turns into rage, and that's even worse than anger, really. But it has to be controlled. There are times to be angry, but other than that, you risk your health, and you can look like a big baby. I mean, for real, the people that always get constantly angry about the dumbest things, you look like a big spoiled kid, is what you look like. And not to judge, but a lot of times that is the case. They were handed everything, and when things go out of their comfort zone, they throw a big tantrum. So don't be that. We want to be the good friend. We don't want to be the angry Hulk, all right? So we always want to, also number 17, exercise prudence. So be careful and wise in handling practical matters. Exercise good judgment and common sense. Being prudent or careful with your money. Manage your money well. Don't go blowing your money on what you don't need to where you have nothing left. And this is the one that I kind of struggle with at times. I mean, you just have to remember that you don't need that shiny new toy right now. Save your money and be secure. Is what you're wanting necessary? That's the question you need to ask. Get it when you can if it is. And if that particular thing is gone when you have that money, then you probably didn't need it in the first place if it wasn't priority. So, just, like I said, that's a big one for me. And I got to always remember to watch my money and don't get that shiny new toy. And if that's where my money's going and it's gone by the time I have that money saved up, then I probably didn't need it. And it may come around where I'm able to have it in the future, but put your money where you need it and save up for what you don't need. And if it's not there when you have that money, then you didn't really need it anyway. All right, so number 18 is honor providence. Providence is the protective care of the God, deity, nature, and gods in general. So honor or respect, be grateful for, the forces that help us sustain and protect us. So again, it can't be overstated that the gods are here, and remember that we wouldn't have anything if not for what the gods are here for and what they have created. So number 19 is do not use an oath. And as the Bible has said, just because this is a good quote for it, it says that above all things, swear not, but by heaven, neither by the earth, neither by others on an oath. But let your yeses be yeses and your noes be noes. So basically it's saying that if you're going to do something, if you say you're going to do something, do it. If you're not going to be able to do something, don't do it. I mean, if you are truthful and you are able to do something and you say, yeah, I can do that, then you don't need to swear. If you can be an honest person. So really it's breaking down that if you're an honest person and you tell people the truthful and you're truthful and they'll believe you, you won't have to use an oath and say, I swear I'm going to do it. Because they'll already, like I said with that other one, they're going to know you're going to be there for them. So it's really unnecessary. It's really just saying be an honest person and truthful and a reliable person, and you won't have to use an oath. And then finally, it says number 20 is love friendship. So love your friends. Your best friends are second family, and sometimes they are your only family, your friends are. So cherish and love your friends. Alright guys, so that is 11 through 20 of the Delphic Maxims, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and in getting out of these, what I get out of these, and maybe even more so. Maybe some of these will speak out to you more than they did me on some of these things. But until the next time, go with the gods, love your friends, and I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.